Sorry about it. Yes, people, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again. Good evening to you guys. Tonight we're doing the Nufc phone-in show. It's a bit different tonight, guys, and should be a good show. So I've got Rolly with us again. Hi, Rolly.
Hi, John. Hope you're doing well.
Champion stuff, and everyone just doing our each sort of thing, you know. I've had a better day today. The first 2 days I got finished late from work, and it's just so frustrating as well. But hey ho, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm so really excited at the moment. It's
yeah,
my birthday tomorrow, so I'm becoming a really old git, 56. Yeah. And then on Friday I'm traveling up to Newcastle to be at the game on Saturday. I really hope we spank Liverpool because I'm coming up with my lass and she's a Liverpool fan. So we can't lose. We've got to beat them.
Can't lose to them lot. Definitely not. Always spank them as well. So, guys, if you like the video, like what you see, please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new. And if you like to super chat, then click on the $sign and give how much channel's worth. Big up to Ian Eckard as well for 2 super chats in 48 hours. Big up to you. And if you like to hit the like button, it helps these search settings as well. And we could talk about anything you want tonight on the phone. If you want to come and have your say, the link's on top of the chat. Click on that. You can come and have your say. We'll bring you in. You can have your say. We're going to talk about Wembley. You can talk about the ballot. Was it fair? We're going to talk about match tickets. Should season ticket holders get more? We give you the percentage of that later. Also, if you want to talk about the players as well, the season so far, you can talk about that as well. So it's all open. So please help us too. I've got 11 people I hope to get watching. I hope you get more. So if you want to come on, click on that. Don't be shy. We'll bring you in. We'll make you gentle as well. Let's go on to Leslie. Big up to Leslie. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that. And there's the link if you want to come on. Click on that. And good evening to Tom. I hope you came. When we take us as come, congratulations. And by the way, congratulations on the people that has got tickets, whether you're in the members, whether you've not been to a match for a couple of years. Congratulations. No hard feelings, people. You know, we're not here to call you out. We're not like that. And, you know, but one thing I will say, the NUST, I have asked them to come and be sure. I left them a link as well, but they decided just don't want to come on, and that's their choice. Big up to Tom. Thank you, Tom. You in Barcelona, John? Do you know what? I wish I was there for the weather.
You know why he's asking you if you're in Barcelona, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Exactly. And give him to Julie. Julie, if you want to come and have your say, the link's there. Please come and have your say. And it's your chance to come on and have your say. And I've got one from Ugly Hudra. Next 2 games is do or die. That's against Liverpool home. And we against United at Wembley. And do you risk Julian? The Liverpool is worth it? Yes, because if he gets booked, he will not be suspended. He will be suspended, though, against Man City and Wolves. Man City away, Wolves at home. So if Joe gets booked, you miss those 2 games. But he would definitely play it at Wembley as long as he does not get sent off. Big up to Sefton. He's in the house. Please be careful on the temptation of buying tickets online. Keep your eye on her and money saved. We're going to talk about that, by the way. We're going to talk about that as well, 100%. So don't escape that. Resisted the temptation to do that. That's from Julie J. And also, we've got one for Luke as well. Even to you. Guys, if you want to come on and have your say, 15 people watching, have your say, the link's in there. Click on that. We'll bring you in. You can have your say. If you want to talk about the tickets, if you want to talk about the season so far, if you want to talk about Wembley, then that is fantastic. The floor is yours. Rolly, you're going to talk about this, about the tickets. We will talk about that as well. And we just said it off air. You just said it off air. 97% went on season ticket holders. The rest of us come to members. Thank you for Dawn Steedolf as well. She's really lovely. Get her followed as well. She is amazing. And we don't believe that. What do you think of that, Rolly? Do you believe those stats?
It's plausible because of 97% of, let's say it's 33,000 tickets, is around about 900 tickets. And from the periods, I think the first 5 periods, you had to have a season ticket.
Yeah.
So there are going to be more people with season tickets in the ballot than well, there'll be a large proportion. We don't know how many people in periods 1 through 3 who were all got tickets. I expect that's where the majority of them went. I think it's plausible. It's plausible. I don't know, because I don't know how they did the ballot. We probably never will know. But if it was a way that they had so many tickets for pot 4 ballot, pot 5 ballot, pot 6 ballot, it's plausible. But the problem is that there are never going to be enough tickets for the people that wanted it. How do you shed them out? If you give them all to season ticket holders, then members are going to be moaning that they didn't have a chance to get tickets. It's a difficult one. They'll learn from the experience of this one, because we're going to be going back again, and probably soon. So they'll learn from this, and then maybe they'll find a better way of doing it. I think part of it was, this is my guess, is that they wanted to prioritize season ticket holders, but they also wanted members to have a chance as well. So maybe they kept a few, around about 1,000 back for members, so that they could get a chance to go as well as the season ticket holders. But I don't know, because I don't know how they did the ballot. They could have put everybody in the ballot together and just drawn. I really don't know how they did it, so it's hard to say, but it's plausible. But we'll never know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just, I mean, it's plausible, yeah, but like I said, I'm not going to kick off here and say, oh, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that sort of thing. Like, I mean, the fans want to debate that. That is cool. One thing I will say, right, but I think season ticket holders now is going to be, how do I put it? Going to buy season tickets after season tickets, right? They're going to make it so impossible for members to go in and buy the tickets as well. Like I said, it'll happen very, very soon, and then. And yes, the ST Trust will probably think of that as well, sort of thing. So yeah,
what they'll do is that what they will do, especially when we increase capacity, is that they will limit the number of season tickets that we have. So because when they took over, they released another 1,000 season tickets.
Yeah,
they probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't increase the number of season tickets until the stadium's been expanded. For games outside of cup finals, that means that members get a chance to get tickets. It's only when it comes to the cup final, because you get a limited amount of tickets. Well, we got, was it 32.5, nearly 33,000 for this this cup final. Now, when we get to an FA Cup final, we get even less tickets. It's around 22,000 that you get for an FA Cup final. So it's going to be even harder for them to do the tickets, and they'll probably do it based on FA Cup games attended and season tickets. Because I mean, we've got, I don't know how many season ticket holders we've got, but it's in the region of 32,000. FA Cup final, we get 22,000. If you just gave it to season ticket holders, you got 10,000 that are going to miss out straight away. It's a difficult one for the club. Could they have done it better? Maybe, but it's not, the way they've done it isn't the worst way they could have done it. But they're never going to have a system that's going to please everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, they can't please everyone as well, man. They just can't please anyone at all, and that's a shame, really, because you know, it's supply and demand as well, and everyone wants season tickets, so they will expand it. I think they're going to expand the stadium very soon, guys. If you want to come and have your say, just click on the link, please, and have your say, and we'll bring you in, and you know, it's that simple. The link's in there as well, and I've done a few links as well, so just click on that. Thank you. And you're absolutely right. I mean, I can see people kicking off. They're going to demand for a bigger stadium. You know what it is, really? It's going to be a bigger stadium soon. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah.
They're going to have to extend. They're going to have to.
Well, they knew that when they took over.
Yeah.
When there was a demand for season tickets. The problem has been, how do you expand the ground? Obviously, I forget the stand that's opposite the Milburn stand is very difficult to develop that because of the listed buildings behind it. Right, they've bought Strawberry Place now, so that means there's a possibility of doing something with the Gallagher end.
Yeah,
so they actually own the land, so that's probably what they'll do. I think they can get another sort of like 10,000 seats in there, basically lifting it up to the same level as the Melbourne stand. But it's going to be very difficult to do much else. And to be honest, I don't think that they would look to go for much more than 60,000 anyway, and be able to fill that. It's just that's what tends to be the sort of redevelopment size of all the big clubs like us, is around 60,000. But it's something they've been looking into and trying to find the best way to do it. I'm sure they'll do it soon, but it's the sort of thing that doesn't happen overnight. Now they've bought the land, they need to do all things like planning permission, and obviously now they've got the land. They probably, I would expect they'd have architects have already sorted out how they can do it, which is why they bought the land. But it takes time, so it's probably going to be, it's unlikely to be anything that happened before the end of next season, because it's just the amount of time that it takes to actually get all the planning permissions and everything signed off. And then you're looking at maybe the season after that before the capacity is actually raised.
Yeah, absolutely. It could take a couple of years for it to build as well. I mean, you've got the facility, and you know what it is, right? I mean, you've got to wait and see, but it will be an expanded stadium. Definitely. Go through the comments, by the way, really, I'll be as quick as I can. Even to you, Alan, hope you're okay. I'm afraid I didn't be it, but I did win for it. But it is what it is. I don't get a ticket, and there you go. So I'm not going to kick off. It is what it is. And I've just gone Richie's as well. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get people on me, and just have been. Oh, thank you, John. I really want to know that. Thank you, man. Do hit that likes as well. Thank you. And there's one or two comments as well. Just
you've got super chat in, John.
Say again, mate.
You've got super chat in.
I have indeed. Thank you very much indeed. It looks like I got my first one. Just been watching Alan Pearson getting Anthony Gordon's autograph for the training ground. You know what? Do follow Alan Pearson as well. That guy is absolutely amazing. Great guy. And I met him loads and loads of times. And it looks like the sales is on its way in the summer. And just going to go on to Ian. Ian, thank you so much for your super chat, my guy. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. And you know what it is, Ian, right? I mean, I can't thank you enough, my guy. And you know, you're an absolute asset to the channel as well. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that, Ian. Thank you. First, we're going to go on to Lewis as well. Big up to Lewis. Hi to Lewis. How are you, mate?
I'm fine. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine, my guy. And I mean, look, we're just talking about tickets as well, like season tickets, ballots as well. First off, congratulations getting yourself a ticket, mate.
Yes, thank you.
And what do you think now should happen next time, like next season? Do you think they got to change it up, or do you think season tickets should get first choice and Mem's going to find it difficult to sort out?
I think season tickets should still get first dibs because we pay. So I know some people pay like over £1,000 for their season ticket. Like we pay for our season tickets, unless because they could do it. Let's say if the Wembley, if we get to the FA Cup final one next year, why not say like if you're a season ticket holder for next season, say right if you pay a bit extra, you get the cup tickets included in your ticket. Because I know some clubs actually do that.
The problem with that is you don't know how many rounds you're going to be in the cup for.
Yeah, but this year
before the cup kicked off, would you have expected us to get to the final? Probably not.
No. But it's all good because Yeah, go on.
So, are you asking people to gamble that will go a long way in the cup and pay extra?
Even if let's say, for example, you pay an extra 30 quid, for example, what guarantees you every single cup game, including the Carabao Cup?
Almost like saying like you're guaranteed to get a ticket.
Yeah.
But that could be 2 games.
Yeah, like I'm paying like
if you go the whole way. I know, I understand the idea, but it's because you can't guarantee how many games you're going to be in for.
Mm-hmm.
Asking people to pay extra up front for something they don't know they're going to get, it's a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would get a lot of complaints if we went out in the second round, and third round of the UK Cup.
But that's where I'm sitting for Wembley.
Excellent,
man. Excellent.
I was so happy. Obviously, like it's you can't like obviously like I think the tickets are quite reasonable price for a final.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Like we were expecting to pay a lot more for the tickets, but we didn't pay that much for them.
I went to Wembley. When was it? October for watch the American football.
Yeah,
and I had seats near the bottom and behind the
goal. Yeah,
was about 95 quid, which I thought was quite reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a national stadium, so I don't know how the cup final tickets compare. But
like the Ramson, obviously, because I got my tickets a bit cheaper, but I'm not telling how much I paid for it, obviously, because that's like, but like obviously. Like for me, Perez, it was like 36 quid for his ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously mine was 70. Mine was 75.
That's not bad.
And
that's
obviously, and my dad got his for free. Because obviously it's my Kara season. Obviously, because my season ticket is the sale one, we get Kara's one free.
Yeah.
But technically, we only paid £1.70 for my dad's ticket because that's for like the postage.
That's understandable because let's say if you need a carer to go with you, you need a carer to go with you. So when you buy your season ticket, it's got to be with your carer as well. So I've got a friend that's got a mate of mine who's West Ham season ticket holder. He's classed as disabled, so he got 2 tickets, season tickets.
Yeah, but the one thing really annoys me of my season ticket with Newcastle is these adult ambient. Now that's what that means. It means disabled but able to walk. Why not? Why not just say disabled? Make it easier, wouldn't it? Yeah. Moving on to moving on. But like you can't complain. It's just like crazy. Like they say. This time last year, we were fighting relegation. Now we're in the final for Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's been a dream since the takeover. It took a little bit of time to get going, but it's been unstoppable at the moment. So I mean, I'm just so happy that we've not just got to a cup final.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to a cup final with a team that's capable of winning it.
Yeah, but I think I don't know because how we've been playing in the league. I think some of our players are concentrating on the final.
I don't. I'd like to think they're more professional than that, but it's in the last few games. I mean, people have been pretty much trying to park the bus against us. We didn't play well against Bournemouth or West Ham, but you look at the Leeds game; they just parked the bus. Obviously, we beat Fulham, but it's difficult because though they had the break, when they got back, the games were coming thick and fast. So there's not a lot of time to do sort of like the training in between games. So it's. I don't think it's like they're concentrating on the cup final. I just think that some of them just look a little leggy because we hardly changed the team. But hopefully we'll start to turn the corner against Liverpool. I mean, Sky Sports News sort of really annoyed me when they start saying, "Oh, Liverpool are back. If they win on Saturday, they'll be 6 points behind Newcastle," making it sound like it was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I watched the game, and Everton were atrocious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Liverpool should have beaten them by more than 2. My other half's a red. So we've got to win because we're going to the games. So we can't have them leaving the stadium happy. But, I think after half time, the messenger said, "Look, looks like Liverpool are going to give Everton a thumping because Everton were that poor," and they didn't.
I tell you what, though, guys, the first goal absolutely killed off Everton. I mean, what was Pickford doing? I don't know, right? Second goal, what was Cody doing?
Yeah,
I don't know. But at the end of the
there's no marking on either of the goals.
And
I know Liverpool break well, but it was. I mean, they only just scrambled the ball away for the breakaway. Liverpool aren't that good. They're not playing well at the moment. They went to Wolves and got absolutely hammered. And Wolves aren't that great.
Not really. No.
But if we're on our mettle, which I hope we are, because players are playing for the cup final places.
Yeah.
The back five's pretty sorted unless there's injuries, but the place is up for grab.
Yeah.
So in the front three in midfield, because it's looking like Joe Willett might not make the cup final. We know Bruno's coming back.
Yeah.
So there's some competition for cup final places. So if we're on our mettle, we can beat these lot quite handily.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go through the comments so we get Andy in as well. Donald said, anyway, talking sense this time, bless him. I was offered the ticket the day at work, turned it down because I reckon I'm a jinx when it was concerned. Hey, Julie, bless him. And even to Win, hope you're okay, mate. Yeah, got your super chat, Ian, just going there. There's confirmation. The super chat, thank you, and I really appreciate it again, my guy. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are top fella. You really, really are. Thank you. And hi to Leslie as well. Fan zone to start with Strawberry Players. I was reading somewhere. Yes, they've been talking about that. And I can see it's going to be like a fan zone very, very soon. If it gets built up as well. I've been to 2 games all season, got a ticket for the final person. Well done, Richie. Well done to you. Yeah. Not bad. Not so for Wednesday evening. Hope you're okay, Julie. Yeah, you're all fine here. And thank you again, Ian. And congrats as well. Jules said, my biggest worry in the next 2 matches is Burn. Love the Gary's too slow going back, in my opinion. Big up to Gary D. I hope you're okay, mate. Share the love to Gary. And go for say hi to everybody else. Just fantastic. Evening to Lewis. Not all the same for everybody price-wise. Let's go on to Annie. Is Annie still there? Did I drop Annie? Annie, how are you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Long time no see, man. What's been going on, mate?
Yeah, just got back home after a trip to Barcelona. So yeah, that was always nice.
Nice, excellent stuff. We're talking about Newcastle, obviously, as you know, because Newcastle, this is a fan coming to our Newcastle channel, and you're always welcome to get different fans coming on as well, which is so amazing. Ticket situation, I mean, I don't know if you heard it, sort of thing. Do you think Newcastle's got enough tickets for 33,000, or should you be getting more?
Obviously, you've got an incredibly huge fan base. Honestly, it's not, you can't really change the rules for too many clubs. You can't just go, League One play a final, you give us X amount of tickets to both clubs. You can't really just change that because it's probably the 2 biggest fan bases in the country. It's tough because ultimately there are going to be fans who miss out. And that's always a shame because you don't want to see fans on an incredible moment, and for Newcastle especially, first final in 50 plus years. So look, it's not ideal, and I think people should have expected it when really first started thinking about tickets and all that. not everyone's going to get a ticket because ultimately it has to be equal to United as well. Sorry, Man United as well. So look, it's unfair, but people, it's always going to happen. For me, for example, I don't have a season ticket at Bristol City for some reasons. I just about managed to get a ticket purely because I've been to 5 games this season. So if I didn't go to those 5 games, I wouldn't have got a ticket. It's like, it's tough on some people. Some people who haven't been to any games this season have got tickets further ahead of me, are on higher priority because of the Man City tickets. It's tough, but it is what it is. When you've got such a huge fan base such as Newcastle, it's always going to happen.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, sort of thing, like, 97% of season ticket holders got the tickets and the rest has gone through members. But whether to believe that, I'm not sure. But just imagine what City Centre and St James will be like when we bring back the cup back. Alan, it'll be heaving. Big up to Paul, by the way. Paul Senderhoos.
All right, Paul.
Paul. Paul, have you got your match ticket for Wembley, mate? If you have, big up to you, mate. I think he has as well. Could be wrong, but I hope he does because he flipping deserves it. He deserves 6.
Yeah, he's going with his daughter. So yeah,
his daughters.
Thanks. On this, for some reason on Paul's channel, I'm banned from going on to the live. It won't let me go on when I click the link for some stupid reason, but it works on everybody else's apart from Paul's.
I know, not good, man. I hope he gets you back on. Paul's a great guy, and
I know.
I've got to make sure I go on the stands for him as well because I'll be getting to bed early, nowadays because of work. I am indeed, so we have to be careful with Newcastle. And that's Richie's a big United fan, bless him. And do you think we should do something for Atsu at the match or find any force? You know what it is, Steve? I think we should, because at the end of the day, we don't know where he is, really. We still don't know if he's alive. We don't know. But I hope they do. I hope they get him alive. You know what? I love Christian Atsu. Don't get us wrong. You know, go on, really.
Unfortunately, our biggest hope on Christian Atsu is that in the chaos of all the people being rescued, he's in a hospital somewhere, and they just haven't got. They haven't got round to notifying it. Maybe he's got amnesia or something like that. I think that's our best hope, because if he's under that building, there's very little chance he's coming out alive.
Yeah, because like they say, the first 48 hours is critical.
Yeah.
After that, it's getting less and less and less. I think it's been like 10 days now, hasn't it, since it happened?
Yeah, the last I heard of people getting dragged found alive was 2 days ago. It's the dehydration, because you can't. You can only really realistically go a few days without water. You're getting close to 2 weeks. So if he's under the rubble, unfortunately, I think we've lost him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're saying there's only one Christian Atsu in the final.
Yeah, I hope it's the case, man.
It's very sad, but they say in earthquakes, as Lewis said, the first 48 hours is when they get the most people out alive. They keep. I don't even know if they're still looking, because it's the likelihood of someone being under the rubble and still alive now is very, very slim.
But obviously, if they do find people alive, it's a miracle to see.
Yeah, at this stage, 10 days out. Yeah, unless they've been trapped in a place where there's a water machine and a vending machine, so they can eat and drink. It's very unlikely.
Hope he gets better, man.
It's very unlikely anyone's getting out of there alive now, unfortunately.
Exactly. Not good. Let's hope we get some good news in the end. So, all praise Christian Atsu. Can't wait to get stuck in Liverpool on Saturday. We've got to make the atmosphere as toxic as possible for them to remember the way their fans went on early in the season and felt absolutely harry. Good news to you, mate. We're going to smash these lot. My ex-wife is the Everton USA chairwoman in 2009. Nightmare that turned out to be. And bless you, Ian. Bless you, man. And
with Liverpool, I just want us to score in the 98th minute as well. Last kick of the game as well to win the game.
No, I want us to score in the 98th minute, but I want us to be like 3 up by then.
Yes.
Yeah. Got Billy in the who's so big as you, Billy. I hope you're okay. Billy, little Billy. Has Andy been kicked out the bathroom? That's from Billy. No.
Have I been kicked? Don't think so.
No comment? Oh, he's thinking.
Let's just stick with no comment, yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry, Billy, got the answer. Sorry, you missed out, John, buddy. Thank you, Paul. You know what it is, right? I'm gonna be real, right? It is what it is, right? You know, if that's how I'm gonna do it, that's how you're gonna do it, yeah. But at the end of the day, right? There's nothing I can do. Yes, I'm gutted, but at the same time, I've got to say it again. Congratulations for people like Lewis and Paul going to Wembley, and others got a ticket to Wembley as well. But you know what it is? Just got in, but it is what it is. But there's always other years to go as well. But I just go for this conference as well. Fans will probably try and actually see them on Sunday. Of course, here's hi, Billy. John, you going to Wembley? I'm afraid not, mate. Harry,
are you still going to Wembley? Are you still traveling down to London?
Without a ticket?
Yeah.
Do you think I should?
Go on, because there's a lot of people going down without a ticket.
And
just the atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
Soak it up.
Yeah.
People in the chat, if I should go to London for the atmosphere, give us a yes or no, and then I'll tally it up after the show. Lewis said yes, Rolly said yes. Annie, do you think I should go to London for the Atmo? Without a ticket?
Probably should. You ain't getting much of an atmosphere in Bristol, is all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. Condolences, John. Sickens me when non-fans like Richie has got a ticket when you and others haven't. Billy, you're absolutely right, mate. Totally agree. But one thing I will say, next season, I could be wrong on this, right? That season tickets are going to buy more tickets, right? And I heard people say it's going to make members impossible to get tickets for the final. But we'll have to see what happens there. Do you know what I mean? That's not my word. That's not my word, but that's others well on social media. We're going to talk about scamming in a bit as well. And I'll tell you what, I'm fuming, absolutely fuming. And I agree, Billy, a bloody Man U fan.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen who the referee is for the final?
Yeah. That's just the thing. I seen a tweet earlier on, right? A Man U fan, right, bought a ticket for the Newcastle end and was absolutely fuming. Right, absolutely foaming, and I hope the club sees that, kick him out. Right? Oh, I'll go through this comments first. You're going to talk about scamming, by the way, people. Honestly, this just get me guts up. So I don't seem to have to receive an email from the club about season ticket renewals. What should I do? Get in touch with the club, Harry. That's exactly you got to do. Get in touch with the club. You're not banned, Lewis. The room was full. You're not banned, Lewis. Don't worry, buddy. We're sorting out. We had technical troubles with StreamYard. There you go. Lewis, we all love you, man. We all love you, Lewis. We really, really do.
That's why I try and come on, because obviously I like come on to the fan reaction shows, like what we do like this.
Yeah.
Because it's brilliant in that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I should have changed to the fan forum, but it's still the same anyway. I wouldn't be able to contain my joy with fascists and Rich. Really, Richie? Really? Good luck with that. You okay, Annie? There's no chance Mr. C will be going to Wembley anytime soon unless they book up with Ed Sheeran. Wow.
We've actually been to Wembley more recently than you, Billy, so I wouldn't speak.
Ooh, wow. Fighting talk, eh? Fighting talk. You in Kentucky? Crikey, that's Donald. We should show respect to acts on Saturday. Final should be a bit about positive, in my opinion. Jules, fair comment there. I won't be able to contain my excitement when we fashion Geordies and fight. You know what, Richie? One day we'll beat you. One, and you know what? It could happen a week on Sunday. And as a Man U fan watching, we're all crying around us. I don't care. I took a ticket in the Geordie end. I tell you, I suggest to be careful, Richie, because I tell you something. Next, he's got a Mancunian accent as well, kid.
Because sometimes I have like talking about people being in the home, like the Man being like some fans in the Newcastle end. It happened a couple of seasons ago when Liverpool fans bought tickets in the Newcastle end and it all kicked off. And the pretty much the Liverpool fans got kicked out of the stadium.
Wow. I was at Southampton, right, in November, and I didn't celebrate when we scored, obviously, right? But at the end of the game, right, one of the fans, Southampton, came up to us and shook his hand and said, "Well played, mate. You deserve it. You fully deserve it." And I said, "Thank you, man." That was it. I didn't celebrate when we scored, but a few Southampton fans, they were fine to us, 110%. They were cool. They're absolutely cool to us. And in the semi-finals, they were cool to us as well. Hope every man you take action against Ricky for being yes. Yeah. We were robbed at Liverpool. Let's finish the job at St. James's. Thank you. Absolutely. Star comment, mate.
I mean, I was in the so my missus got us tickets and was with the Liverpool fans. So I had to. I suddenly remembered when we scored that I shouldn't actually cheer. At the end, when they got the win, everyone was looking at me weird. I couldn't understand why I wasn't cheering.
Yeah.
Like with the Liverpool game, Isaac's goal was onside as well.
Yeah. We couldn't see it very well from the end we up because right down at the front to the Kenny Dodds and near the Anfield Road end, and it's at the other end. Once they got over the halfway line, you couldn't see how close the goal we were.
Yeah, the final against Man U, the referee's a Man U supporter as well.
That's going to kick off.
But hang on, if that's the case, then we played against Liverpool. Mike Dean was refereeing when we got beat a couple of times there. He's obviously, but his son's a season close for Liverpool. Why can't the hell we have the referee from Newcastle who lives in Ashington refereeing a Newcastle game? Surely they could have like him being in VAR and the other ref, David Coote, being in VAR as well, having two supporters.
They're not supposed to referee teams they support.
Exactly, that's the problem Newcastle fans are having. David, I have to go now.
Listen, you crack on, Lewis. Right, have your team. Take care. Tickets. Take care.
Okay, take care, Lewis.
Great guy. I can listen to Lewis all night. He talks a lot of sense. So young kid, great guy. Love the kid. I'll be angry, John. That Richie in the chat is a Man U fan and got a ticket for Newcastle. And I tell you what, I'm sure someone's going to have to investigate that because it's like me going in the Man U end, right?
Has anyone reported it to the club?
Well, they need to. I hope they're watching this, man. They need to. Because at the end of the day, right, it's so unfair, right? Getting a ticket for our end. If someone gives a ticket for the United, then I would have done it. No way. I would have done it. No way. God. Something needs to happen. And I'll tell you what, right? That puts off our season ticket holders as well. It's going to kick off soon, I'm telling you. That's what I was saying. Are you going to Wembley? Regardless whether you have a ticket, get down and enjoy the moment, matey. Harry, I think you might have just twisted me arm, mate. You might have just even interrupt the Toon. I hope you're okay, mate. Thank you for coming on the other day. I really appreciate that. Make sure you come back again. And stop letting people round you up. He probably hasn't got a ticket. And Richie should be reported along that sad track. It was the wrong end. Stop and proper. Supposed to go into it. Exactly, Harry. And Billy, we were there a couple of years ago, mate, where we played Spurs. Yeah, good now. Has been brought back to extend the stadium. That's from Stephen. He won't have a Manc accent going. Let's be real. Probably, maybe wrong. Probably wouldn't. Don't know how Richie has a Newcastle ticket. Surely would have been a season holder to get a ticket. Well, if he has, then I'll sure the thought was a sort of out. Wonder how many Man U fans making a long trip to Wembley for Croydon, Cambridge, and Luton. Very interesting. Very interesting. Come on, people. Stop being followable and keep a while around the chat. Thanks for that, Stephen. Richard's chat too, Harry. I celebrated the wrong end too many times. Holt end, Spurs, end right at Lane, and the home end at Highfield Road. I tell you what, Billy, very brave. Go on.
I once went to Wales v Croatia, and you know my opinions on the Welsh as someone from Bristol. I sang the Welsh end, and when Wales scored, I think it was like an 80th minute equaliser. Everyone went mad around me, and I was just there like, "Yay, great, fantastic!" all good. Because Gareth Bale scored as well, so it's incredible. So yeah, I've sat in the wrong end a few times. That was one of them.
Ooh. Annie. Shh, keep it quiet.
Yeah,
Big up to Ivy, Johnny Boy, and the lads. How's it going? Neil, absolutely fine, mate. I haven't got a ticket, mate, unfortunately, Neil, but we're going to touch on that, right? We'll touch on that before I get Billy's comments, right? There's a lot of scamming, really, right? It's been going on, right? There's a guy, right, wanted to buy he said, I wish you pay for a ticket on Facebook, right? And I said, well, I wish you one for it. And he goes, I said, I said such. And you know what he said to us? I'm going to go and think about it, right? It is a scam. I mean, you've got to be so careful. Guys in the chat, right? Please be careful. If you haven't got a ticket, please be careful. If you offer you a ticket, right? It could be a scam. And I don't want you getting ripped off as well. So, really, take it away, man.
Well, yeah, you've got to be very careful buying tickets online. The only safe way to buy tickets online is if you go through one of the proper accredited resellers. But you have to buy a package. If you can afford it, that's the only way you can guarantee actually having a valid ticket. But I think that if you haven't got a ticket, by all means go down to London for the atmosphere, but don't buy a ticket off anybody when you're there.
No. I had one today, right? No word of a lie, right? I mean, all it is, he offers on £2 for a ticket, right? So I played the game. I played him along, right? And he goes to us that, so I'll tell you what, FaceTime was sent, right? But he didn't do it, right? So I said to him, have you got something to hide then? And then he goes to us as well, right? I tell you what, I'll pay £50, right? And when you get into the stadium, pays over £50. And you've got to be careful of people like that, haven't you? Especially if you don't know them. I just played again.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I've been stung myself.
Yeah.
So it's not a great feeling when you realise that you're being scammed. You've done your money. So just be careful, guys.
Absolutely. And also, someone's been quoted £1,300 because someone sent us a message from Facebook last week, £1,300, right? So I'm thinking, you know what? The one thing I'm going to say, right? Greed is going to catch up with you, right? I hope that person's going to start taking for a extortionate amount of money, hope to get reported. And not only that, get them banned for life. Do you agree with that, Andy? Get them banned for life? Is trying to sell tickets? I would, because it's just unfair.
Yeah, even if they're, I don't know, whoever fans they are, don't let them go to the games. Don't.
Well
don't
said.
Let them go to Newcastle games or even Man United games. Just don't let them go to any games. Because they're scamming people off who are football fans at the end of the day. No matter who they support, it's ridiculous. Can't let them go to games. It beats the point of everything football stands for. So you can't let them go to games again. It would be blatant hypocrisy.
Yeah, crazy, man. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And for me, if I sold a ticket, I can't go to the matches. I sell on face value. It's as simple as that. We go for the concert. We go to Mason, and we were there a couple of years ago where we played Tottenham at Wembley. Yes, and big up to Brian. I would be literally. I love you, Winding Up, but you're not going to beat us. Some fans celebrating the wrong end last season for the Clásico, Millonarios versus Atlético Nacional. Those fans ended up taking one hell of a beating. Seems much more calm in Europe with this lot. Exactly. Don't celebrate in the wrong end in South America. Otherwise, you get ripped apart. I'm telling you. And you can't buy a ticket through the club. Someone you can trust, such as your mate. Don't buy a ticket, Harry. That's a star comment, mate. That's a star comment. If you don't listen, you pay the price. John, get Billy and Paul from Toon on your stream. Do you know what? The link's on there. They're welcome to at any time. I got Lewis. Big up to Paul. How are we doing, mate?
Hi, Paul.
Hang on a minute. Right, I'm on now.
You're on now. Big up to Paul. Long time no see, man. How's things?
Hey up, how are you doing?
I'm married, mate. And how's things
good.
for you?
Can he?
Can he?
Can he complain, John boy?
Can I complain? Nah, I'm on good books as well. I'm still seeing me last sort of thing. I'm still with her. She's amazing. So I'm on
Well,
my
I know,
good
because your season ticket seated to James has got a shock the amount of times your arse has been on it this season.
I know.
It's used to being empty most of the season, apart from 3 or 4 games.
I know. But I'm up on Saturday, my guy. I'm up on Saturday. So,
Are you coming up, are you?
I am, mate. I am.
I'm in the posh box again.
Nice. Nice work, mate. You deserve it, mate. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Really looking forward to it, actually.
Exactly.
And then me and Phoebe's going to Wembley, so making the long. We're stopping over near where Stato lives, and then just all jumping in a car on the day, heading into London. So we're gonna make a whole weekend of it.
That's how I'm doing.
Can't wait, man. It's gonna be good stuff.
Wow. Brilliant stuff. So, Paul, just a quick one. I mean, you very, very strongly against this, right? There's a lot of people on social media, and you might have seen it yourself. People like trying to sell tickets for like 1,300 quid, 1,400 quid, 1,500 quid, that sort of thing, Reed. Gotta be so careful.
Thing is, John, it's not just social media. You know, some of these people have YouTube channels, which we all know. And I'll never understand it. You know, there's no reason for it, right? They're just out to make money. You know, and they're not doing it legitimately. They're not doing it through the proper channels. And look, we all know who the scammers are. You can tell them a mile away. But then some of them are blatantly obvious and have made and just not hiding it. I don't get it. It pays me off, John, because at the end of the day, I said on my show last week that you know, some Newcastle fans who live and breathe black and white and who spend all the money, literally all the money they have on tickets, and then all of a sudden, you know, that they're being ripped off for about what, excess of 500 quid, and they don't have that kind of money, and then you see people blatantly trying to make money and then admitting that, you know, they are actually admitting to it, that they're trying to make a bit of extra money off what the face value price is. Now, I got the tickets, what, they were 40 odd quid, I think, and obviously they went up after that. But then you go online and you see prices for sort of, what, £1,500 to £3,000 on these second-hand websites and stuff. It's wrong, man. It's all wrong. It's all wrong.
I think that's absolutely
did you
shocking.
Did you say they were 40 quid for a ticket to Wembley?
I got mine for
the season ticket.
What? Yeah, 47 something. I think mine was. I think it depends what block you're in, though, Annie. You know, if you're if you're really close to the pitch, they go up.
A ticket to Bristol City, Man City, 48 quid for a season ticket holder. In the worst stand as well. So it goes up each time you go to another stand. It's ridiculous.
Well, it sounds like Bristol City are just like these ticket scammers trying to rip you off, Annie.
We're quite posh down there, so that's probably why.
But if you seem to go and you've been going to the cup games, you buy your ticket for like 20 quid.
And I think Newcastle have made an error, John. I don't know whether you saw my shows about what happened to Michael Marsden as well, and not just him, but quite a few others I've since heard about. You know, where Michael was in pot period 3, and went to buy his ticket. Got, you know, booked his seat at Wembley, then went to the payment section, and then all of a sudden, he put the payment through, and it just came back error. So he tried 2 different cards, then he tried his mum's card, and then he even tried mine. And it all came back saying the same thing, in error. And he contacted the ticket office, who said it was a problem with his bank. Well, how can it be a problem with his bank when he's tried to use numerous cards with different banks, including mine? And then, so we went through on the Thursday to the ticket office on the Thursday morning, and he just got dismissed out of hand, saying it was his bank. And they even tried to take a payment in the ticket office, and they said it's coming up an error. I'm sorry, you need to go back to your bank. And he couldn't even go in the ballot, so he missed out altogether. And he's not the only one. There's quite a few. So it's been a bit of a farce, you know. But I guess I don't know. I don't know whether there was another way they could have done it. I'm not sure, but I think some people have, unfortunately. I don't agree with season ticket holders not getting the tickets. I think that's wrong. I think it's very, very wrong.
Paul, I have to agree with you, man. I mean, look, I'm trying to keep myself in my counsel, right, on social media, right? Because I sent out a tweet yesterday and I got great response. People saying, well said, this and that and t'other. But I get a lot of people now come up to us and say that next season, when they play at home, they're going to get so much. These ticket holders are going to apply for as much ticket as possible. It makes it so difficult for members to come through to get a ticket. How true is that? Number one, and secondly, is it going to cause mayhem again?
Well, I know. I mean, look, some people were suggesting last night on our show that it goes back to a cash on turnstile thing. But if you're going to do that, then that creates more problems because you're going to have 50, 60,000 Newcastle fans trying to get into a 30,000 area of Wembley. It's just not going to work. You have to do tickets, but I don't know whether there's a better way. I'm not sure, mind, when I said my price of ticket that was because I'm classed as disabled. I'm not sure whether that's because I know there's a few people paid a lot more than me by the looks of things, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's like I probably paid the same price as you, Paul, because my ticket is disabled as well. Like,
yeah, I think I'm registered on the way at Newcastle as obviously having a disability, so I think that might be why. But either way, I just think the club have to look at it. I think they have to, for future events, because let's be honest, it's not going to be the only time that this happens to us. I think something's got to happen. Whereas they look at it again, and the liaise with the fans. I don't think they should liaise with just the Newcastle Trust. I think they've got it badly wrong there. They should get
a massive own goal.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll learn. They'll learn from this. I mean,
well, you're right, Rolly. It is. It's a learning process, isn't it?
Yeah, and whichever way they did it, some people weren't going to be happy, and it'll be even worse if we get to the FA Cup final because you get even less tickets.
Yeah.
Because I think it's about 22,000 you get for the FA Cup, where it's 32 for the Carabao Cup. So at least they get a chance to learn when they've got a decent amount of tickets for when they've not got so many. And I agree with you. It should have been through the season tickets. Holders should have been able to, or wanted should have been able to get. And then what's left over goes to the members.
Yeah, I mean, before the tickets went on sale, we were all saying, when we sort of gathered the allocation of around 33,000, we thought, well, that's around, I think there's around 32,000 season ticket holders or whatever it is. Yeah. And we all instantly thought, every season ticket holder will obviously get a ticket now. Whoever, obviously if they can go, they'll get a ticket because they're a season ticket holder, but it hasn't worked out like that. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's a mistake they made, but they'll learn from it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, with the new ownership and the way the club's current trajectory, it's all a learning process. Because at the beginning of the season, I never thought we'd be where we are now. Obviously, they knew there's going to be more demand for tickets when they released the extra 1,000 season tickets. They had sort of 20,000 people trying to get them. I think it's going to be the season ticket numbers will probably stay the same until we can expand the stadium. That's my guess.
I was going to say, if they expand the stadium, you're going to have possibly 45, 50,000 season tickets. It's going to be even worse. It's going to be worse.
So there's no easy way of dividing 22,000. Let's say we get to the FA Cup final next season. 22,000 tickets between 32,000 season ticket holders.
Absolutely.
I think part of the problem is the number of tickets you get for the cup final. You should. I know they have to have their corporate for the funding of Wembley because they can charge extortionate prices for it. But I think, it's particularly the FA Cup final, they need to give the fans of the clubs more tickets. It wouldn't hurt them to give 35,000 each to us and Man United for this final. It's only a couple thousand more, but that would make all the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the FA Cup, the number of tickets you get is it's disgraceful.
It is. Anyway, John, I'll have to shoot. It was just a flying visit, mate.
No problem, mate. You're always welcome, my guy, and we missed you as well. And I'm coming to see you on Saturday. And
all right, buddy.
Are you going to be at the back of the Gallagher on Saturday, Paul?
I'm going to try and get there for a bit before I go up for me posh meal and stuff. You know, Rolly. I don't like the, you know.
So I'm up for the game. I'm up for the game.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll have a. Even if I go in there first, I'll come back out and have a walk around an hour and a half before kickoff or so. So, I'll catch up with you on Saturday, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be good to see you again.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, safe trip up, John.
Thanks very much, my guy. You watch what you're doing.
See you soon. All right, man. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra. That's Paul to review there. Came in the house as well. Let's go to the comments as well. You're going to Wembley. I'm not Ashington. I'm not me. I'm afraid. I'm so sorry, but you know it is what it is, man. But there's always next times. And hi, Rox says hi to Mason. Hi, Steve. Oh, hey, boys, just finished eating out the missus. Richie, look after your lass as well. And I hope you're okay, Richie. If you do like the channel, hit the like button. We really wanted to know that. But it's like a Facebook messages, isn't it, man? Knows about Liverpool, but I reckon we can nick it out with Bruno, but it will be tough. That's from Brian. And at a dedicated page or group's website regarding scams, Hate War fan base getting scammed, or any other fan base. Yes, check out Sefton's webpage as well.
Northwest Mags. Northwest Mags.
Yeah.
UK. Great site.
Beautiful.
Mason, are you going to Wembley?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I'd love to go to Wembley, but I cannot, unfortunately. So I'm gutted. But like I said,
sorry to rub it in your face.
What's that, mate?
Sorry, I'll keep rubbing it in your face. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. Absolutely fine, man. That's absolutely fine. Got to go. Take care. Have a great night. Thanks, Charles, for joining us, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much indeed. Richard, no, he's not. But great show. Thanks, Charles. Come back again tomorrow. I've got a preview show tomorrow. And I got United Emery as well. Hi, John. Hi to you. Good evening to you. Take care to Julesy. And Paul looks different when he's not streaming. That's an I like coffee. And everyone say, right, taking Jules, except to say, Rose said, Paul, you can Peter Anthony eating missed him, man. Ian, if he's here, I'll show you a comment when he comes on. You know what he does, like, I love Pete the Bits, by the way. He's a great, passionate Newcastle United fan, and I think he's great. I love the shirts on the Friday. It is so funny. I said it before, anyone selling their tickets above face value should lose their season ticket or membership. Rolly, do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't be selling the tickets for above face value. End of.
Yeah, like for example, when I went to obviously people selling tickets. One time I went to Silverstone to see the British Grand Prix, and my ticket was like 500 quid. And I heard some people were selling their tickets for like 10 grand for Silverstone, because the tickets for Silverstone are so hard to get. Even for Formula 1, the tickets are impossible to get now.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom's cost 72 quid, obviously 950. And Mad Dad Tommy Boy paid around 75 quid for mine. Don't know about the young ones. Couldn't care less. We are going less battlers. Yeah. Yo, Steve.
Off the Premier League we go.
Thank you, Lewis. Corporate box 2K. 12 seats a guy paid for a box then offer 10 seats at 600 quid each. Mason, what do you take on that one, mate?
Bit off the top, to be honest. There's just no need to put corporate. It's like that. Yes, I know it's like a major final, like a domestic final for the country, but I don't know how much, like you say, like a top 6 team in the Prem, how much it cost, like put their corporate prices up. But there's just no need for a one-off game. Yes, I don't know if they do that for like when England play, but
there's
no need.
Go on, Rolly.
think the corporate prices are pretty much similar for England. A lot more.
I heard sometimes they're going to be a bit more expensive for England games.
Yeah.
I think I heard one time it was like £2,500 for a box for an England game.
Wow, typical. 97% went to season ticket holders. That's in Steve. I don't believe that for a second. They'll tell us all I want to hear. I started the season. I predicted us to finish something in 10th place. I'm a good cup run. We're third, fourth now. And I'm in the cup final in a good place. Just annoyed our finalists had to be Man United. That's when I like coffee. We didn't have this problem in 74-6. I went above. Absolutely no pumps at all whatsoever. Newcastle should have got 40,000 tickets for Wembley. Alan, I have to agree with you. The fan base is just amazing. It's just so huge. 30 feet enough. I was camping for tickets in the good old days. Good on you, Sefton. How times has changed now. Will there be a fan so screening sites and changes part for the finals? And if I'm a betting guy, I don't think it will be.
I definitely have to go now because something's happening.
Go for it, Lewis. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Will you be doing this next week as well?
Yes, definitely. I'm going to do. I think we'll do the Fans Forum show next Wednesday. That's the show. It's coming back. Fan Forum is on a Wednesday. So
all right. I try and come on next week as well.
It's been a long time, John, isn't it?
I'll see you later. Cheers, everybody.
Lulu. Take care.
Just saying there, John, it's been a long time with the fan forums, eh?
I know it's been a while, hasn't it? Sort of, I typed in the wrong flipping name, but hey ho. But I've done it now, but I'll get it right next week. Will there be fans? I don't think they will be, mate. They should be expanding Wembley, especially now they're incorporating safe standing. Really, I could not disagree with you, mate. Get it back to 100k. I collect tokens from the program. That's in Leslie. Yes, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Eddie Howe's back on the army. Big up, Eddie. The club told everyone from day number one that tickets cannot be sold. So selling tickets, let alone, should get you banned, regardless whether you are selling them overpriced or not. If it's face value, I've got no problems. Like, if I can't go to the games, I sell at face value. Always do. It's as simple as that.
1-0 Man City.
1-0 Man City. Man City's just scored.
Just going back to the number of tickets that...
yeah?
Oh, my good God. What's the keeper doing? So, it's a terrible... just reading something about the ticket allocation. And apparently it's EFL rules that a number of tickets must be made available to members of each club. So they couldn't just give it to season ticket holders. It didn't say how many. No, it said that just over 4,000 tickets were given to club members, corporate customers, staff, and players, which left about just 28,600 for season ticket holders. So that does actually sound plausible. I'm not sure of the. I'm not 100% sure of the source, but if the EFL say you've got to give so many to members, that's why members have got tickets over season ticket holders, and that's probably why there's the ballot system towards the end of the season tickets, because they knew they could only give so many away.
Do you know what it is, though, Ro? You know what it is, right? Really,
right.
I'm not going to lie, but I can see season ticket holders, right, next season are going to buy tickets, right? And I've heard, it's not my word, I've heard that it's going to make it so impossible for members to purchase tickets as well. But
yeah, but the thing about it is that if they've got to give so many tickets to members, it's not going to make, if season ticket holders buy up tickets next season, there's a limit to how many they can buy if they have to have tickets on sale to members. So I need to check up the source on that, but
yeah,
that's what they're saying, which is why it kind of makes sense now why people without season tickets have got them over season ticket holders.
Yeah,
but it's still not right, but the problem is we weren't given enough tickets.
Yeah. It's good. I'll tell you, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, but we'll find out next season. 10K, as much as I'd love to go to Wembley, I wouldn't pay that. Jules, if I was you, I'd save your money, pet. Save your money. 10K, unbelievable. Can't wait, man. Love Peter. That's De Bruyne open scoring, by the way, 1-0 to Man City. Club only gets you into all the cup matches to Wembley. Then you got to pay a 4 or 5 figure sum to be a member for a year. That's the thing. Whereas Tory John, he'll be coming back soon. I think he's taking a break and taking a break, so he will be back soon. Rest assured. Yeah, Everton 1-0. I heard Exeter City got tickets to sell for the cup finals. Annie, you heard that?
Everyone does. Yeah, everyone in the EFL does because it's the EFL Cup. It's not huge, and plus it's not for the fans. It's just the hierarchy at that particular club. So for Exeter, for example, it would be the owner, be manager Steve Caldwell. For us, it'd be our owners. So yeah, we wouldn't give the fans. No.
It'd be interesting in a club as well. But I heard Exeter, yeah, I've read that. And if Gary D as well, if Newcastle control tickets, then how ticket touts? If Newcastle control tickets, then how ticket touts? I tell you what, they should be banned. If they sell over the price, they should be banned, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Exeter got about 12 tickets to sell for the final. Yeah. But yeah, I think you got to be Exeter fans. That's the thing. You have to be an Exeter City fan.
You have to be part of the Exeter hierarchy because it wouldn't be fair if Exeter got their tickets and then gave it to their fans. That would be ridiculous. So some clubs have decided, well, we're not really particularly bothered. So we're just going to give it to Newcastle and the 6-6, Newcastle, Man United and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Just go through his comments as well. We know we're running out of time soon. Do you think Maxi should be dropped for Liverpool game? I reckon Jordy has been great since coming to work and a lot harder than Maxi gone in the summer for me. I don't think he'll be dropped. I think he'll be starting on Saturday, in my opinion. And
I don't think he'll be gone in the summer either.
You're not going to summer. No,
he's not going in the summer.
No way. Absolutely no way. No way.
Yeah, he might not go next summer either, depending on his development. But as I've been banging on for ages, there are players we need to get rid of before we get rid of Maxi, unless someone comes in with a stupid offer for him. Because you're going to have to replace him. Because if you don't replace him, you're starting Jacob Murphy.
Absolutely. I'd choose ASM over Murphy all day long. Is it the same for away games? Trying to get tickets to the West Ham, Newcastle again, that got cancelled when the Queen passed away. I mean, you're going to give us 3,000 tickets for that game, and I bet you that's going to be 100+ points for that game. So keep an eye out for that, Julie, because I don't have an away ticket as well. Is it possible for me to get an away ticket? Impossible. Clubs should stick the tickets out on the first come basis. Once they've gone, they've gone. That's a good shout. That's a good shout, but I can't see it.
Yeah, I think you need to prioritise season ticket holders.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Then maybe for the season ticket holders, first come, first serve. But I think you need to prioritise season ticket holders.
Yeah. How it works.
Yeah.
How it works. We go through guys. Does Manchester City get tickets as well, Annie? I think he does.
Yeah, we'll get about 10 tickets. They don't sell it to us, no chance. They'll keep it with the board and give it to Pearson and the owners, Lansdownes and CEO and whatnot. They'll enjoy a day out, of course they will.
Well, if they've got a spare ticket, let us know. I live down the road. I'll get one off them. You know what I mean?
First time did that say first time they watch proper football in years? Yeah, we've beaten Man United.
Couple seasons again.
A few seasons ago.
Nice.
Yeah, you couldn't quite do that, could you? So.
Brilliant. Exeter sold their tickets for £90. It was on their website, but you got to be like Andy said. You got to be with Association of Exeter City. I'll start good over ASM on Saturday, especially with the cup final next weekend. That's
the reason you don't.
You don't sell it.
No, that's the reason you don't start Gordon because of the cup final, because Gordon's cup tied. You want to give ASM a chance to get his form back. He's one of the better players against Bournemouth, and he set up the goal. Right, he didn't get the assist because that will go to Longstaff, but he stopped the ball going out of play, played the ball into Longstaff before the keeper made a good save. And then, obviously, Miggy was there to follow it up. But, ASM is one of these players that you either love him or you hate him. But I think he's going to get a run of games. Depending on who's available for the cup final. If Willock's injured and misses the cup final, ASM will start.
Yeah.
So you play him, if he's fit, you play him on Saturday, so he can give Trent Alexander-Arnold nightmares for the next for the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
They might start Gordon, but it won't be at the extent for at the expense of ASM. It all depends who's fit. Might decide they want to give Miggy a rest for a game and start him on the right.
Could well be. Could well be. There's options up front as well for Eddie. Yeah. And we do badly miss Bruno, by the way. Gary D, hope you're Gary D. How do ticket touts get so many tickets? Sorry, John, that's absolutely fine. I pressed before I finish the message, mate. That's absolutely fine. But this is the thing, right? You get all these people buying tickets from other clubs, right? And then you try and sell on the black market. I tell you, like I said, this should be banned for life. Everyone's got tickets for the West Ham game when the Queen died, still have tickets for the rearranged match, and they're still valid. So there you go. Wembley has got to change the rules. The tickets disgrace. Gary, I don't know, but I think it's via corporate and other clubs' allocation. Previous heard of players selling the touts. That is absolutely beats me, man. If Aizen had to go, I hope he's into another Premier League club. As for Julie, I have to say the same. I have to agree with him.
I don't think he's not going in the near future. Unless someone comes in with a sort of like £80 million bid for him, I don't think he's going anywhere. He doesn't particularly want to go, and the club don't particularly want to sell him.
Exactly. I totally agree. Richard's not happy at ASM. He says he's been shot, but Eddie's left. But I'm sorry, but oh man, I definitely wouldn't sell him. And no dupes or capitals. Thank you, Jules. Hope you're okay, Jay. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. I wonder if the clubs will be doing something on Saturday with this being Sir Bobby's birthday. I hope they do, because we do miss him big time. He's 90 years old as well, man. And he's a big miss, isn't he, Mason? Big miss.
He is. Luckily enough, my great granddad played for him at Fulham, and obviously he's respected by the majority of the North East. Not just the North East, but all over the world. Managers like obviously Mourinho, Pep have worked under him. I don't know if Pep did, but I know Mourinho did. But I mean, the guy was just loving to every single person, and when he went on that touchline, he was just. He wasn't like you say with like Jurgen Klopp these days. He just stands there with the passion on his face.
Yeah.
For his love of the game, and for the love of the football, because that's what the kind of guy he was. And it's just a shame that I didn't know he was I wasn't sure, but there we go. But I mean, it's just a shame we don't have a manager like this in the. If you get you'll get a few, but we need more managers to be like what Sir Bobby Robson was when he was managing. I mean, we need more, because that guy was just a gentleman.
Absolutely, Mason. Absolutely. And you know what? There's not many people like Sir Bobby nowadays, you know what I mean? And they kind of not in the patch, some of them. I mean, Pep, he's a great guy. He played for Sir Bobby at Barca. Yes, he did. And he's a cracking manager, as well know as well. Right. Before we go, right, I mean, just to go around the table as well. And Rolly, I mean, for me, going back on the tickets as well, right, quickly, right, can you see people not going at the last minute? And do you think the ticket should go face value, yes or no? It's got to be face value, yes or no?
Got to be face value. Don't buy it unless it's face value. Yeah, face value, yeah. We should have got more tickets, both sides, but we didn't. We said no one's you can't please everyone in these tickets. It seems plausible that they had to keep some tickets back for members, which is why some season ticket holders didn't get tickets. And then obviously we say they'll get 32,000 or 33,000 tickets, and you forget that the players get tickets as well, and they get multiple tickets, and obviously the corporate gets some. That all comes out of the allocation. So I mean, I've forgot about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So though we got 33,000 season ticket holders, there's a portion of that distributed within the club to the corporate sponsors, and then apparently the EFL said they've got to have so many tickets for members, so that reduces the chances of season ticket holders getting them. There's no. They possibly could have done it better, but they could have done it a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have to agree with everything you said there, Rory, as well. You're absolutely right. Totally agree. I'll go with you, Annie, as well. Yes or no? Should we sort of face value? Yes or no? And no more.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, 100%. If you're selling it for more than face value, you're ripping people off, and that's unacceptable, really. Look, at the end of the day, they're also supporters of football clubs who want to see their team potentially win a trophy. So, look, it's if you're not going to sell it for face value, you might as well just keep the ticket and go for the ticket yourself, because there's actually no point selling it for more than face value, apart from financial gain yourself. In this kind of situation, football kind of just takes a second priority
It's going to
for a
penalty.
bit, purely because it's basically a financial thing. People selling it for more than face value. But if you see someone selling it for face value, what I'd say is they're probably a Newcastle fan who either can't go to the game or has other commitments at that point, and probably wants to give the ticket away. So if it's someone who's selling it for face value,
what's that, Rolly?
Looks like Arsenal have got a penalty.
Wow.
Ooh, hello, interesting. But as I was saying, if it's a fan selling it for face value, he's probably being legit. Is all I'm going to say. I think it's going to be, if he's selling it for definitely higher than face value, it's probably not legit. But if he's selling it for face value, if they're selling it for face value, I think they're probably willing to talk to you. You could probably be willing to talk to them. Is all I'm going to say. Obviously, don't listen to me because I'm.
That's fine.
Yeah, but that's all I'd say really. Because if it was a scammer, they'd definitely be trying to they're definitely trying to get more money out of you. But if not, I think it's worth talking to them.
Go on, Rolly. What's up?
No, I was thinking that people claiming that we have shithousery. The ref gave the penalty about 2 minutes ago. The whole Man City team pretty much surrounding him. When he eventually got them to go away, they're standing round Odegaard, who had the ball for Arsenal, so no one could put the ball down and take it. Oh, shithousery of the highest order. Saka's about to take it.
Comment on a bit. I'll go over the comments. Club said for day number one. How to be sold or pass or friends or family. If you can't score, you shouldn't have bought a ticket in the first place. Absolutely. Also, Mourinho was
1-1.
1-1.
What a pen!
What a pen! I check it out later. We'll go for this console wrap up. And just for me, so also we know so box number 2 Sporting, also wants to manage the Toon, at the minute at Roma, and he loves the club as well. And thank you, Alan. Thank you, Sefton. Colin, not what it used to be. Sefton, Aston, Julie. And I think it's too late for a special one. Julie's 60. And but Stephen, we have special one, Eddie Howe. I only ever buy tickets through club, family and friends. If they charge you over the face value, there's some serious problems. You know what it is, mate? You're absolutely right. Arsenal and scored. It's not football problem. It's problem as general concerts, other sporting events like boxing have same issues. Something needs to change. Absolutely. And there's one t-shirt at the Emirates. And lastly, go to Mason. Tickets. Face value, yes or no?
For me, yes. So you put me on mute.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
I agree with the whole face value thing because it's not great. Like if you're sitting behind a laptop or computer or phone saying, "Oh, I've got tickets and I've got tickets for like, for example, when we're Newcastle Liverpool, and then you turn up in the same I'll meet you at St James's Park before the game, and they turn off, and they don't turn off. I mean, it's not great. It depends where the person's come from. For example, if they came like from like Manchester or London, because you get like most of the supporters have got fans in London, and they've travelled like they paid like money for trains to come up here, and they just turn up basically and they've gotten out. I mean, it's not great. I mean, and it's better for the person who's selling the tickets just to let them know I'm starting to stadium now, and then the person walks up and they'd say that's the best way. It's not good sitting behind the phone telling you this that the other, saying I've got tickets, I'll see at the stadium, and he doesn't turn up. I mean, it's not great. I just agree on the whole face value thing because the person tells you, the person's there, they tell you this, that, and the other, like any other details for what they want to say, and yeah, I'll agree on it.
Yeah, fair enough. Thanks for that, me guy. And to go for the comments and talk for go on, Addy.
What I really don't like and completely can't condone is people who are not Man United fans, not Newcastle fans, and still get a ticket purely because of personal reasons, and get a ticket as in they get like in the fans area. That's not on. Like that is absolutely not on. I've seen people come to some city games which are completely sold out, and they're not a Motorborough City fan. They're not they're not an away fan. They're just there because they're purely because of personal interest, and that's not right. That's someone there missing out who has a season ticket, who has a membership, who's paid money to watch Newcastle all season, or whatever club all season, and then miss out purely because you have connections or you have priority above them purely because of what you do. And I'm talking about like being a YouTuber and stuff and blogging and stuff. For example, I don't want to call him out, but Thogden, I remember he went to Newcastle Spurs last season, first game out of the takeover, completely sold out that game, like totally sold out. Understandably, of course it was. He got a ticket ahead of some people who I knew, and that was just not on. As in, he's not there because he supports Newcastle or Spurs. He's there because he wants to get views and get clicks. And that's just ridiculous,
It's ridiculous, isn't it? You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Gobies comes before you wrap up the show. I think tickets should have a picture of you on it, passport size. Do you know what? That's what's going to happen soon. It's going to come out soon. I'm telling you. I got Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, and the Bugatti in my garden shed message. Message me if you want to buy them for 150 quid. Can you believe that? And have Man U sold at their side of Wembley. I would not be surprised. And have to go. Can everyone please hit the likes and subscribe anyway? As Rawley says, share the socials and support the great channel. Leslie, thanks so much indeed for coming on. We're back again tomorrow. I'm trying to get a Liverpool fan on for the preview show. And also as well, Bishop, typical. Absolutely typical. Bless him. Southampton fan says it all. Guys, so thanks so much for coming on anyway, right? Before we go out, do just shout out your socials, Rawley.
Yeah, on Twitter at Poll67.
Yeah, and Mason.
Find us on Facebook and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thank you very much. Annie, where do you find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me Troubles Talk on YouTube. I want to rename it the Nathan Jones Fans Club because I love Nathan Jones. That was sarcasm. Yeah, you can find me on there on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at AnnieHarish5. You can find me on Instagram as well. But yeah, mainly Twitter and YouTube.
Fantastic. And you can find us on the links in the description as well. You can find us. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also on Facebook as well. If you like the video, like what you see, hit the like, subscribe. Also, if you'd like to super chat, click on the $sign. And if you'd like to become a member, it's just 99p. Thanks again for Ian as well for the £20 donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much indeed. Again, go for a few comments. No, I don't. Thank you very much, Jules. And 100% about Torgan, that's saying not what you know is who you know. And that's from Foxy. And he's totally right. And on that note, we're going to wrap up the show. And we'll be back tomorrow for the preview show against Liverpool. And Ashes don't really backstage very quickly. And until then, have a good evening. And it is a goodbye.
Clear, Pumpy.